You guys came here. Okay, so the next thing we want to show is the other category of APIs that we're making available today, which is about extending the functionality of Wave. So we have tried hard to maintain a discipline on the team that even significant offerings of our own should be built with our own extension API, so that your extensions will live as first-class citizens inside Wave. It's similar, actually, to how browsers like Firefox let you extend them. This is just the website you're extending instead of the browser. So let me show you some examples. You've undoubtedly noticed how all morning I've been pretending my spelling is bad, just so that we could show off our spell checker. So normally spell checkers work by matching words up against a dictionary. If they don't find a word, there's an error. The problem is that oftentimes spelling mistakes hits other dictionary words. And so our spell checker actually takes the context of the word into account. And then it matches it up against an enormous language model that we've built from the entire web. Let me show you how powerful that is. We call this the bean soup demo. Can I have some bean soup? It puts a red underline, and it knows that I meant bean soup. Thank you. Okay, now watch carefully. It has been so long. Yeah. Did you see that? So it has become so good at spell checking that often it has enough confidence that we let it automatically correct my errors. Let me show you that again. Ickland is an Ickland. You are too kind. Pretty cool, huh? You didn't see that last one. Okay, so that's our spell checker, or Spelly, as we affectionately call it. Let me show you another simpler one that detects links in what you're typing. We call it Linky. I love Google.com. It immediately puts an underline, .a, ooh, that's not a link, .u, now it's a link again. You're wondering, what's this all got to do with extensions? And let me explain that. So you remember we showed you a robot earlier called Bloggy. All that one did was publish a blog that let you use the embedding API. But robots are really powerful ways of extending Wave's functionality. There are server-side programs that participate in Wave with all the power of the human participants. You can see from your robot the live changes in the Wave. You can make live changes to the Wave, including adding and removing messages, collaboratively edited messaging, adding and removing participants. You can even start new waves from robots. And the way Spelly works is that it uses our robot APIs to watch what I'm typing. It sits on the server, it watches what I'm typing, it takes every so many words and matches it up against its language model, and then when it finds an error, it uses collaborative editing to edit the content. And in fact, when it doesn't have enough confidence and it put that red underline, if Steph and I were editing the message at the same time, she would also see the red underline, and she could be the one taking the suggestion. Linky works in the same way. But who wants to be typing in links all day? We had a very good friend of ours from the Google search team build this extension for us here called Searchy. Let's search for Australia.
We have a really clever naming convention.
Yeah. And here you can do a Google search from right inside Wave and add the link like that. You guys want to see that again? I search for Bora Bora. It's so pretty there. I add an image to the Wave just like that. Thank you. Let me just quickly return to our friend Linky. I've got a video sitting here. Let me copy the URL, and inside my Wave, I'm going to type check this out. And then I'm going to copy the link in there, and then I'm going to dance a little bit while the system spectacularly fails. Maybe we'll return to that later. Okay, so that's extensions that we built with internal APIs. And what we're doing today as part of the developer previews is make external versions of these APIs available to you guys.